Boro fans, it's Joe from Boro Fan TV, and this is the preview for the upcoming game on Saturday the 6th of November with a 3 PM kick-off as the Boro take on West Bromwich Albion in the Scarbet Championship at the Hawthorns. So apologies for the dress code, Boro fans, because in a few months from now I'll shortly be on my way to work, so just apologise if I'm not wearing my normal Boro tops as I usually do. Now going to our last game, I mean, got to be up there with one of our worst performances of the season, especially in the second half of that game away at Luton. I mean, I've got to feel sorry for like over 1,000 Boro fans who made the trip over to Bedfordshire. I can't afford just to experience this shoddy second half performance. But we did start well in the first half. I mean, Josh Coburn capitalising on a good cross from Andras Barra to make it 1-0 to the Boro going into half time. But then the second half. Where do I start with that second half? I mean, to concede 3 goals in the space of 10 minutes is completely unacceptable in my book. I mean, the first one and all, Paul Markin in the box allowed Sonny Bradley to equalise for Luton. And then a few minutes after that, Elijah Adebayo caught us on a counter-attack to make it 2-0. And then a mistake at the back a couple of minutes later from Marcus Tavernier allowed Harry Cornick to make it 3-1, and Luton take all 3 points to continue their playoff push. And it leaves us in a bit of a dump, so to speak. We're currently in 14th place going into this game at the weekend. It needs to improve. I mean, I know this is our last game before the next international break, so I'm just hoping we'll finish on a high, to be honest. I mean, even a point would do against a team that are currently sitting in the playoffs but have their eyes on the automatic spots. Obviously, news on the injury front. I mean, I'm not sure how long Uche Piazza is going to be out still. I know Martin Pierre didn't feature in the Luton game at all. I mean, Neil Warnock claims it was down to fatigue, but we definitely missed him in that Luton game, to be truthful, because of his playmaking abilities. So apart from that, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, he's fit for the game at the Hawthorns tomorrow, and you know, hopefully, and obviously just the injuries to Bowler, Hall, and Fry are still there as well. I mean, I haven't seen anything on how long they're going to be back out for still, so things will have to improve. But obviously, apart from that, we did see a Boro debut against Luton, William Scocola, who's obviously a French left wing back, about 20-year-old, I think. I think he was at Monaco one time, and then he went to Darlow, and then he went to Sunderland, and then obviously he's now at us. So it's good to see him get a couple of minutes under his belt, even though he came on later on. Now we're going to our opponents, West Bromwich Albion, who are obviously under a new era, so to speak, under their new boss, Valerie Ishmael, who came over from Barnsley. They were relegated from the Premier League last season. Obviously, they had a pretty tough season back up there. And this season, back in the Championship, they started off well. I mean, that's why they're called the Boing Boing Club for a reason, right? They're currently sitting 3rd place in the Championship going into this game. Their record going into this game was played 16, won 9, drawn 4, and lost 3. Last game out for them was a 1-0 win in midweek at home against Hull. So they're in good form at the moment. Obviously, considering, you know, they lost against Fulham comprehensively before that. So, but they're a decent side, you know, good quality Premier League players in their ranks, have West Brom have. And obviously Valerian Ishmael's got them playing a certain type of way that he did when he was at Barnsley, and they're gone to the playoffs, so hopefully he'll bring wonders for them. As far as players to watch out for, the first one that is on the top of my mind is going to be Callum Robinson, who's been scoring goals for fun since returning to the Championship. And you've got players in there like Matt Phillips and Carlin Grant, who obviously played alongside him. Connor Townsend as well, who's doing well at left wing back. I mean, he can cause a threat from the left wing back position. We've also got 2 former Boro players in there as well, in Adam Beach and Jordan Hugel as well. Sam Johnston, England international goalkeeper, who's obviously would have thought he would have gone to a Premier League club by now, but obviously he's sticking around at West Brom at least for the time being. And you also got the likes of Grady Dean Garner in there as well, who was a highly rated player when he was at West Ham, but I don't think he's really featured at all this season for West Brom. So yeah, they're a decent team. I mean, a good record against West Brom is yet to be seen. I mean, we've got a good record at the Hawthorns, and it showed the last time we played West Brom in the league. I mean, that 2-0 win, I think it was 2 seasons ago now. I mean, Daniel Ayala grabbing the goal, the first one, and then the half-line screamer from Ashley Fletcher sealed the game for the Boro at the Hawthorns. Like I said, we've got a good record there, but obviously the way that we've been playing at the moment and the form that West Brom are in, it could be in for a difficult afternoon at the Hawthorns. Like I said, we've got a good record there. I mean, the 2 times I went there, we won. One was in the FA Cup in that penalty shootout. Remember, in that 1-1 draw with Mark Viduka equalising for us, and we won on penalties. And the 3-2 win we had there a few years ago with British Sombalonga coming off the bench to score twice to win it for us. So we've got a decent record at West Brom, but you know, our last game going into the international break, I would hope we come out of there with at least a win or a draw, in my opinion, because West Brom are a tough side to beat this season. Anyway, leave me your thoughts and predictions in the comments below, Boro fans. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe as always. Our social media links will be in the description below. And until then, I've been Joe from Boro Fan TV, and I will see you on the next preview video, which will be for the game on Saturday, the 20th of November, like I said, after the international break, as the Boro host Millwall at the Riverside. Until then, take care, stay safe, and up the Boro.